The power of words you speak to yourself. Most people go through life unaware of the most important conversation they'll ever have, the one they hold with themselves. The thoughts you think, the words you whisper under your breath, the silent judgments you pass on yourself, all of these are creating your future. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how do I speak to myself? Do you encourage yourself? Do you call yourself strong, capable, and worthy? Or do you allow fear to control your inner dialogue, whispering words like, I can't, I'm not enough, or, it's too late for me? The truth is simple yet profound. The way you speak to yourself shapes the way you live. Seedling words as seeds of destiny. Imagine your mind as a fertile garden. Every word you speak to yourself is a seed. If you plant seeds of doubt, I'll never succeed, I'm unlucky, I'm not smart enough, your garden will grow weeds of insecurity and fear. But if you plant seeds of faith, I am capable, I learn quickly, I attract opportunities, your garden will flourish with strength, courage, and abundance. The subconscious mind does not argue with you. It simply accepts what you repeat most often. If you constantly say, I can't do this, your subconscious believes you and builds invisible walls around your possibilities. But if you say, I can, I will, and I must, your subconscious rearranges your thoughts, emotions, and even your energy to help you make it true. This is not philosophy, it's psychology. The words you use direct your focus, and your focus determines your results. High voltage, the inner voice that shapes reality. Think of a student preparing for an exam. One student repeats, I'm going to fail. I never understand this subject. I'm just not smart enough. Another student repeats, I'm learning every day. I have the ability to focus. I will master this subject and pass this exam. Both students are studying. Both may have the same teacher, the same books, the same hours in a day. But the one who speaks words of failure conditions their mind to give up early, lose focus, and panic. The one who speaks words of confidence fuels their determination, calms their nerves, and gives themselves the best chance at success. The difference isn't intelligence. The difference is self-talk. Globe stories of self-talk that changed lives. History is full of people who used words to transform the destiny. Light bulb Thomas Edison failed more than 10,000 times before inventing the electric light bulb. When people asked if he was discouraged, Edison replied, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Imagine if he had said, I'm stupid. I'm wasting my time. The light bulb might not exist. Light bulb Muhammad Ali declared to the world, I am the greatest. Long before he became a champion. These words were not arrogance. They were affirmation. He repeated them until his body, mind, and spirit aligned with them. Light bulb Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty and told she'd never succeed. Yet she constantly told herself, I am destined for more. That inner dialogue created the foundation for her empire. These people weren't superhuman. They simply chose to speak life instead of defeat. Brain, how self-talk shapes belief. Here's the science. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, RAS. It acts like a filter, choosing what information to notice and what to ignore. The words you repeat to yourself train this system. If you say, I'm unlucky. Nothing ever works out for me. Your RAS will ignore opportunities and only notice problems. But if you say, I attract solutions and opportunities, your RAS will suddenly highlight chances that were invisible before. In other words, what you say, you start to see. Candle A personal reflection. Think about the times you've said, I'm tired of this life. I'll never be successful. I always mess things up. Didn't those words make you feel heavier, weaker, less motivated? Now think about times you've said, I've got this. Things are getting better. I can handle this challenge. Didn't those words lift your spirit, give you energy, make you push harder? Words are not empty. They carry emotional weight, and emotions shape action. Writing hand exercise. Rewriting your desires into affirmations. Napoleon Hill, in Think and Grow Rich, said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But for your mind to believe, you must speak your desire aloud until it becomes real in your subconscious." Here's a simple exercise to begin. 1. Write down your 3 strongest desires. Example: financial freedom, health, fulfilling relationships. 2. Turn each desire into a positive affirmation. Instead of, "I don't want to be broke," say, "I am attracting financial freedom daily." Instead of, "I want to lose weight," say, "I am becoming healthier and stronger every day." Instead of, "I don't want to be lonely," say, "I am attracting loving and supportive relationships." 3. Repeat each statement morning and night with conviction. Say it as if it's already true. This may feel strange at first, but remember, your subconscious accepts repetition as reality. Glowing star: the shift that begins now. If you want to attract all you desire, you must first attract the right words into your mind. Speak them, believe them, and act on them. Instead of, "I'm unlucky," say, "I create my own luck." Instead of, "I can't," say, "I'm learning how." Instead of, "It's impossible," say, "It's possible for me." Each time you speak words of power, you are reprogramming your future. This is the beginning of transformation. The way you talk to yourself today will determine the life you live tomorrow. Reprogramming the subconscious mind through self-talk. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your mind as a computer. Every thought you think, every word you speak, is like a line of code. If the code is negative, the program produces errors, failure, fear, hesitation. If the code is positive, the program runs smoothly, confidence, action, success. The subconscious mind is that hidden operating system. It never stops running. It accepts whatever commands you give it most often. And here is the shocking truth: it does not care if those commands are true or false. If you say, "I'm unlucky," it accepts it. If you say, "I'm blessed and attracting opportunities," it accepts that too. This means you have unlimited power. The question is, are you programming your mind for success, or are you letting it run on default failure mode? Brain: the subconscious as a fertile garden. Napoleon Hill described the subconscious as a garden. Whatever seed you plant there, through repeated words and emotions, will grow. Plant doubt, and you will harvest excuses. Plant fear, and you will harvest hesitation. Plant confidence, and you will harvest courage. Plant abundance, and you will harvest opportunities. Most people let weeds grow because they are careless with their words. They constantly repeat, "I can't afford that," "I'm always tired," "I never get lucky." These phrases may sound harmless, but each repetition is planting seeds of limitation. If you want to attract all you desire, you must take control of the garden. And the way you do this is through self-talk. Intentional, repeated, powerful self-talk. Mike: the secret of autosuggestion. Napoleon Hill devoted an entire chapter in Think and Grow Rich to a single concept: autosuggestion. This is the practice of feeding your subconscious mind specific commands until it accepts them as truth. Here's how it works. 1. Choose a clear desire. Vague wishes do not work. Don't just say, "I want success." Instead, say, "I am earning $10,000 a month through my business." 2. Turn it into a present tense affirmation. The subconscious does not understand future language. Don't say, "I will be wealthy." Say, "I am wealthy. Money flows to me easily and consistently." 3. Repeat with emotion. The subconscious responds to feelings, not monotone words. Say it with passion, conviction, and belief. 4. Practice daily. Just as a muscle grows with repetition, the subconscious is reprogrammed through consistent reinforcement. Glowing star: real-life examples of autosuggestion. Light bulb: Muhammad Ali constantly told himself and the world, "I am the greatest." At first, the world laughed. But his repetition turned it into belief, and his belief turned it into reality. Light bulb Oprah Winfrey practiced affirmations of abundance long before she had money. She often said, "I will not live a small life." That belief created the vibration of opportunity that matched her destiny. Light bulb Jim Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered, and carried it in his wallet. He told himself over and over that he was a successful actor. Within a few years, he received a movie role that paid him exactly $10 million. These are not accidents. These are results of programming the subconscious mind through repetition and belief. Mantelpiece clock daily practice for reprogramming your mind. If you want results, you need a method. Here's a simple but powerful practice. 1. Morning affirmation ritual, 5 minutes. Wake up and stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and say your affirmations out loud. Example: I am confident. I am powerful. I am attracting wealth and happiness every day. 2. Night affirmation ritual, 5 minutes. Before bed, repeat your affirmations again. As you drift to sleep, your subconscious will absorb the words like seeds planted deep in fertile soil. 3. Visualization exercise. After affirmations, close your eyes and imagine the desire already achieved. See it, feel it, smell it, touch it in your imagination. Example: if your affirmation is financial freedom, picture yourself opening a bank app showing your desired balance. Imagine the relief, the joy, the gratitude. This combination of words plus emotions plus images creates powerful programming. Bullseye: why emotion is the key. Many people try affirmations but quit because they don't work. The missing ingredient is emotion. If you repeat, "I am successful," in a flat voice while thinking about failure, your subconscious receives no real instruction. But if you repeat, "I am successful, I am powerful, I am unstoppable," with passion, energy, and feeling, your subconscious accepts it like a command written in bold letters. Emotion is the water that makes the seed grow. Light bulb: a simple exercise. Take one of your biggest desires. Write it down as a present tense affirmation. For example, desire: I want to be healthy. Affirmation: I am healthy, energetic, and full of vitality every day. Now repeat it with conviction 3 times. Notice how your body reacts. Do you feel a slight shift? A spark of energy? That is your subconscious beginning to respond. Do this daily, and the spark becomes a flame. Globe: why this matters more than anything. Most people spend years waiting for circumstances to change before they change their self-talk. They say things like, "When I get a better job, then I'll feel successful." But that's backwards. You must first speak success, believe success, and feel success, then success shows up. Your subconscious does not know the difference between reality and imagination. When you repeat affirmations with emotion, your mind begins to adjust your thoughts, habits, and behaviors to make those words come true. This is why affirmations are not empty words. They are blueprints for your future. Writing hand closing challenge for part 2. For the next 7 days, commit to this. 1. Write 3 affirmations based on your strongest desires. 2. Repeat them every morning and every night with emotion. 3. Visualize them as already true. Do not underestimate the power of this simple practice. It has built empires, healed bodies, and transformed lives. It can do the same for you. Breaking the chains of negative self-talk. Imagine a cage. Not a physical one, but an invisible prison built from words. Many people live their entire lives inside this cage, trapped not by others, but by themselves. Every time they whisper, "I can't, I'm not good enough, I'll never make it," they tighten the bars. The truth is harsh but liberating. You are either the jailer or the liberator of your own mind. And the key to freedom lies in mastering your self-talk. Mousetrap: the trap of negative programming. From childhood, most of us have been programmed with words that limit us. Parents, teachers, Peers, even society, unknowingly plant seeds of doubt. You're not smart enough. Money doesn't grow on trees. People like us don't succeed. You'll never amount to much. Over time, these phrases echo inside our subconscious like background music. Even when no one else says them, we repeat them silently to ourselves. And without realizing it, we begin to act as if they are true. This is the tragedy of negative self-talk. It convinces you to live small when you were born for greatness. High voltage, the power of words to create or destroy. Let's test this. Right now, say to yourself, I'm a failure. Notice the heavy feeling in your chest, the drop in your energy, the shadow over your thoughts. Now say to yourself, I am strong. I am capable. I can handle anything that comes my way. Do you feel the shift? The lift in your energy? The slight spark of confidence? Words are not empty. They carry vibration, emotion, and power. They can build you or break you. Globe real life proof of replacing negative self-talk. Light bulb J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before one finally accepted Harry Potter. Imagine if she had said to herself, maybe everyone is right. I'll never be good enough. The world would have lost one of the greatest stories of our time. But she chose persistence over negative self-talk. Light bulb Colonel Sanders, founder of KFC, was rejected over 1,000 times when pitching his fried chicken recipe. He could have told himself, nobody wants this. I'm wasting my time. But instead, he kept affirming his belief. Today, his brand is global. Light bulb Walt Disney was once told he lacked imagination. If he had believed those words, there would be no Disneyland, no Disney movies, no Empire of Dreams. What separated them from millions of others was not talent alone. It was the refusal to let negative self-talk chain the destiny. Stop identifying your negative inner dialogue. Before you can change your self-talk, you must first recognize it. Here are the most common negative scripts people repeat. 1. I'm not good enough. Reality. You are capable of growth. Every master was once a beginner. 2. It's too late for me. Reality. Colonel Sanders started KFC at 65. Vera Wang became a designer at 40. It is never too late. 3. I don't deserve success. Reality. Success is not about deserving. It's about aligning desire, belief, and action. 4. I always fail. Reality. Failure is feedback, not identity. Every setback is preparation for a comeback. 5. I can't change. Reality. The human brain is neuroplastic. It rewires through new thoughts and habits. Change is not only possible, it is natural. Anti-clockwise arrows flipping the script. Here's a technique. The catch replace reinforce method. 1. Catch the negative thought immediately. Example. I'll never succeed. 2. Replace it with an empowering truth. Example. I am learning, growing, and moving closer to success daily. 3. Reinforce it by repeating it with conviction until it feels natural. This process turns every negative chain into a stepping stone toward freedom. Notebook the Success Journal. Another powerful way to fight negative self-talk is to keep a success journal. Every evening, write down 3 small wins from your day. It could be as simple as finishing a workout, making progress on a project, or resisting a bad habit. Over time, this rewires your subconscious to see yourself as capable, consistent, and successful. Instead of repeating, I never achieve anything, you'll see evidence of growth every day. Glowing star words that rebuild identity. Remember this. Negative self-talk isn't just a bad habit. It's an identity killer. It tells you who you are not, instead of who you can be. To break free, you must build a new identity with your words. Instead of, I'm shy, right pointing arrow say, I am confident and my voice matters. I'm lazy, right pointing arrow say, I am disciplined and consistent. I'm unlucky, right pointing arrow say, I attract opportunities every day. Repeat these long enough, and they become not just words, but truth. Dove the liberation of choosing your words. Every day you have a choice. Speak words that chain you, or speak words that free you. Believe the lies of doubt, or believe the truth of possibility. Negative self-talk is like carrying a backpack full of stones. Every time you say, I can't, I won't, I'm not, you add another stone. But when you replace those words with, I can, I will, I am, you take the stones out and walk lighter. Liberation begins not with circumstances, but with conversation, the conversation you have with yourself. Writing hand exercise. Reprogramming negatives into positives. 1. Write down 5 negative phrases you often say to yourself. Example: I'm bad with money. 2. Write the positive opposite in present tense. Example: I am learning to manage money wisely, and wealth flows to me daily. 3. Speak the new phrases aloud every morning for 30 days. Watch how your beliefs, and your life, transform. The chains of negative self-talk are heavy, but they are not unbreakable. You hold the key in your mouth. Every time you replace defeat with determination, fear with faith, and weakness with strength, you unlock another part of your true potential. The greatest prison is self-doubt, but the greatest freedom is self-belief. And that freedom begins with the words you choose today. Speaking the language of desire, faith, and action. Words are not only vibrations in the air, they are the bridge between thought and reality. Every great achievement, every invention, every empire, began with a word spoken in faith. When you choose your words wisely, you ignite desire. When you repeat them with conviction, you build faith. And when faith takes root, it drives action that cannot be stopped. This is why Napoleon Hill said, all achievement, all earned riches, have their beginning in an idea. But that idea must be spoken, reinforced, and acted upon to come alive. Fire desire needs language to live. Think of desire as a flame. Without words, it flickers weakly. With the right self-talk, it becomes a fire that fuels persistence. For example, a person with the weak thought, I'd like to be healthier someday, rarely changes. But a person who affirms daily, I am strong, disciplined, and committed to my health, builds a mindset that leads to consistent action. The difference isn't the desire itself, it's the language wrapped around it. Desire dies in silence but thrives in speech. Brain how words build faith. Faith is not something you magically get. Faith is built, brick by brick, through repetition of empowering thoughts and words. Imagine telling yourself every morning, I attract wealth. Opportunities are everywhere. I am confident. My voice has power. I am disciplined. I follow through on my goals. At first, it may feel like a lie. But day after day, as you hear your own voice, your subconscious begins to accept it. Soon, your conscious mind starts seeing evidence to match the belief. This is how faith is built, through words repeated until they become identity. High voltage desire plus faith equals action. Words alone are not enough. You must act. But here's the secret. Your words fuel the energy to act. Picture an entrepreneur starting a business. If they say, this will probably fail, they hesitate, procrastinate, and quit at the first obstacle. But if they say, every problem has a solution, I will succeed no matter what, they persist, innovate, and push forward until the business grows. The same is true in fitness, relationships, education, or any goal. Action flows naturally when words build faith. Globe real life examples of desire, faith, and action. Light bulb Henry Ford dreamed of building an affordable car. Everyone told him it was impossible. But Ford kept affirming, I can and I will. His persistence and belief revolutionized transportation. Light bulb Jim Carrey didn't just affirm success, he took action. He wrote himself a $10 million check and visualized it every day, but he also worked relentlessly on his craft. Eventually, He earned exactly that amount for a movie role. Light bulb Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, yet he kept affirming freedom. He spoke the language of faith even when surrounded by despair. His words became action, and his action transformed a nation. These stories prove the formula. Desire plus words, right pointing arrow, faith, right pointing arrow, persistent action, right pointing arrow, achievement. Mike speak the language of winners. What separates winners from quitters? The way they speak to themselves. Quitters say, "This is too hard. I'm unlucky. What if I fail?" Winners say, "Challenges make me stronger. I create my own luck. What if I succeed?" This difference in language creates a difference in destiny. Sparkles the emotional law of attraction. The law of attraction is often misunderstood. It's not about simply saying, "I want success," and waiting. It's about aligning your words, emotions, and actions. 1. Words. Speak affirmations of desire and faith. 2. Emotions. Feel the joy and gratitude as if it's already true. 3. Actions. Take steps daily in alignment with your words. When these three align, you create a powerful magnet that draws opportunities into your life. Bullseye, a daily ritual of desire, faith, and action. Here's a 3-step practice to make your self-talk unstoppable. 1. Morning declaration, words. Speak your desire aloud. I am successful. I am attracting wealth, health, and love into my life today. 2. Emotional connection, faith. Close your eyes and feel the emotion of already living that desire. Gratitude, excitement, relief, let it flood your heart. 3. Aligned step, action. Take one action, however small, that aligns with your words. If you affirm health, go for a walk. If you affirm wealth, make a business call. If you affirm love, express kindness. This cycle turns desire into results. Notebook, a story exercise. Imagine 2 voices in your head, one of fear, one of faith. Fear says, "It's too risky. You'll fail." Faith replies, "Every success carries risk. I will learn and grow." Fear says, "You're not good enough." Faith replies, "I am improving. Every day. I am capable." Which voice you feed determines which reality you create. The words you speak are more than sounds. They're commands to your subconscious, signals to your body, and invitations to the universe. Speak weakness, and weakness comes. Speak strength, and strength grows. Speak lack, and lack follows. Speak abundance, and abundance flows. When desire is spoken with faith, it becomes action. And when action persists, success is inevitable. So speak like a winner. Speak like a leader. Speak like the person you were created to be. Because the language of desire, faith, and action is the language of destiny. Becoming the person who attracts all you desire. Every dream you hold is not simply about what you want to have. It's about who you must become to deserve it. Napoleon Hill reminds us, success requires no apologies, and failure permits no alibis. What he means is that success is not about luck, it's about alignment. When your thoughts, words, and actions transform you into the type of person who attracts achievement. You do not chase success. You become success, and then success comes to you. Seedling desire evolves into identity. In earlier parts, we explored how desire begins as a spark and grows through words, faith, and action. But there is a higher stage. Desire must become part of your identity. The person who wants wealth but still calls themselves broke will never hold on to money. The person who wants health but constantly says, "I'm lazy," or "I'm unhealthy," will sabotage progress. The person who wants love but repeats, "Nobody wants me," will repel relationships. You cannot attract what is out of harmony with your identity. You must speak, act, and live as the person who already has it. Key the law of alignment. Think of your desire as a radio frequency. To receive the music, you must tune your dial to the right channel. The same is true with success. Desire sets the frequency. Words keep you tuned in. Faith amplifies the signal. Action keeps you locked on. Identity ensures you never drift away. When you live in harmony with the frequency of success, opportunities seem to find you without force. Brain reprogramming your identity with words. Your subconscious mind is like a soil that accepts any seed planted in it. If you feed it negative words, it grows weeds of doubt. If you feed it empowering affirmations, it grows strength and clarity. Daily, speak to yourself as the person you want to become. I am wealthy in mind and spirit, and money flows to me. I am disciplined, and my habits create success. I am worthy of love and attract meaningful relationships. I am confident, powerful, and unstoppable. Over time, your subconscious will align your behavior with these statements. You won't just say them, you will live them. High voltage, the magnetic power of self-image. Psychologists tell us that you cannot outperform your self-image. If you see yourself as small, you will sabotage big opportunities. If you see yourself as powerful, you will step into bigger roles naturally. That's why you must speak to yourself as the future version of you. Imagine you are already wealthy, healthy, loved, successful. How would you talk? How would you stand? How would you act? Live as if it's true, and your reality will bend to match. Globe real life proof of identity transformation. Light bulb Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't just want to be a bodybuilder. He identified as one long before the world knew him. He told everyone, even as a skinny teenager, that he would be the greatest. His identity shaped his destiny. Light bulb Oprah Winfrey came from poverty and hardship, but she constantly declared that she was destined for greatness. She spoke, acted, and lived as a leader before the world recognized her. Light bulb Thomas Edison saw himself not as a failed inventor after thousands of unsuccessful attempts, but as the man who would eventually find the right solution. His identity as a problem solver attracted the invention of the light bulb. These are not accidents. They are examples of people who became the person the desire demanded. Fire desire must burn into obsession. At this stage, desire cannot remain a casual wish. It must evolve into a burning obsession, so deep that it becomes who you are. A writer doesn't try to write, they live as a writer. An entrepreneur doesn't hope for a business, they live as a creator. A leader doesn't wish for influence, they live as a guide. When desire transforms into obsession, quitting becomes impossible. You don't try anymore, you simply are. Hammer and wrench practical steps to become magnetic to success. 1. Craft an identity statement. Write one sentence beginning with, I am, that reflects the person you must be to achieve your goal. Example, I am a disciplined and wealthy entrepreneur, creating value daily. 2. Speak it daily. Morning and night. Repeat your identity statement with energy. 3. Act in alignment. Ask yourself throughout the day, does this action match the person I say I am? If yes, do it. If no, adjust. 4. Visualize the new you. See yourself already living your dream. Hear the sounds, feel the emotions, imagine the environment. 5. Surround yourself with matching energy. Spend time with people, books, and environments that match your desired identity. Success multiplies in alignment. Sparkles protecting your desire from negativity. Even as you grow, negativity will try to pull you back. Critics, failures, doubts, they will test your conviction. That's why self-talk is not a one-time act. It is a shield and a sword you must carry daily. When doubt whispers, you can't, reply, I can and I will. When failure says, give up, reply, this is only a lesson. When fear says, you're not ready, reply, I was born ready. Every word is a choice, to strengthen your desire or to weaken it. Glowing star, the ultimate transformation. At this final stage, you no longer merely attract what you desire, you embody it. You don't just speak wealth, You manage money wisely. You don't just affirm health. You exercise and eat clean. You don't just desire love. You give love freely. You don't just want success. You think, act, and live as success itself. The world doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. So become the person who is already successful, already abundant, already fulfilled. The journey began with desire, a spark inside you. Through words, you gave it life. Through faith, you built confidence. Through action, you turned it into results. And finally, by reshaping your identity, you became a living magnet for all you desire. Remember this truth. Light bulb, you don't get what you want. You get who you are. So speak greatness, live greatness, and become greatness. That is how you attract everything you desire.